back, So, it's another one, yeah. It's a full strand, yeah. Oh, it's another one, yeah.
Hello and welcome to iBoxingHub. Remember, if you're new to this channel, please remember to subscribe. I go by the name of Biyenge, featuring yours Truly Tre. What's good?
Yes, cuz, all good. Big up to the community, obviously big up to Neutral as well. Guys, obviously we apologize that his original episode didn't happen, but this will happen at some point. We would obviously, just stay in touch, and we'll give you an update on what's going on that. But other than that, good energy, good vibes as always. We're just obviously doing this end of week roundup. We'll just touch on a few points, but then also, cover, a few questions that the community has, of course, Cosman. But, before we obviously get started, we got to big them up, of course, because we're working in association with D-Rock. Yes, obviously big up to D-Rock. So guys, just make sure you're taking advantage of the discount code iBoxingHub24, 40% off everything completely. So if you need a t-shirt, if you need a hat, if you need shorts, if you need a trackie, they've got it there. So big up to D-Rock as well, and big up to the whole family. Big up to Ra, is obviously saying evening to you, Ra, and Neutral's obviously excited. Let's go. Let's get this energy going. And obviously Ra saying welcome back. Ra, it's obviously good to be back. Cuz, let's obviously start off really, man. You obviously sent me over.
No,
yeah.
Sorry. I want to start off on this subject. Apparently it's not true, but people thought it was true. Derek Deshaw is willing to fight Tony Bellew.
Oh yeah, man. We know what's going on there. Cuz, just give us an update. What's happening there?
Well, it's not true. Bellew said it's not going to happen. He doesn't want to be up his friend. But if it was to happen, how do you see that one going? Just remember, this is a retired Bellew coming out of retirement to fight an active Derek Deshaw.
Yeah, you know what, cuz, man, I can't even lie to you. With Del Boy, we absolutely love him. Like, you just see, the energy he obviously put across, especially in that fight. You saw the damage as well. For some reason, I can't just imagine that fight happening, because they're two they're friends, man. They're friends in this, man.
I'm saying
if it
did happen, right? If Bellew came out of retirement, how do you see it going? Bellew fighting an active Derek Chisora.
Yeah, I think it's a tough one, because obviously Bellew's not a natural heavyweight, isn't it? And you've got Chisora, who's active. He's been doing his thing. Could maul him. It all depends, man. But I like the bomber. Like, I could see the bomber stopping it, but that's the bomber without the compassion for his friend, if that kind of makes sense. Whereas, because that's his boy, I don't think he would, want to stop him. He would, box him 10 rounds, 12 rounds, whatever it is. And that's what will be the result, of course. Obviously, Neutral saying preach. And I'll big up to you, my brother. I just don't think it will happen, man. It's my opinion.
Yeah. But yeah, so go on to what you're saying.
Yeah, because obviously you sent me over the video, of course, and it feels like all this week we got to do an appreciation for what our brother's done, man, because it's just obviously just truly tremendous, man. Obviously, I like the energy. I like what he's bringing to the table. Obviously, talking about Martin McCauley, of course, after that tremendous performance, against Jared Anderson, America's next hope, especially for the heavyweight division. but it just seemed that it was a little bit of a level too high for him, of course, because I need to play that video of that celebration of Martin in Congo, just celebrating with the people. Nah, big up, man. That's our people, innit, man? So big up, man. I love the energy. You'll probably be doing the same, cuz with that kind of energy as well. I want to see Huey Fury versus Chisora in December. Big up to Hakan. We absolutely love that. It's a good shout. Everyone's agreeing. And yes, big up the Congo. Yes, big up, man. Neutral, man. That's the energy that we like. And Raz obviously saying Chisora versus White or Wilder next on the Usyk versus Fury undercard. That's the question I want to kind of put across to you, cuz. Is he active? Is he retired? What's the situation with Wilder?
Well, I don't know. My understanding, when Scott said he's just enjoying life, enjoying his money. He hasn't made any statements that he's retired. But in terms of, it will be interesting if we had Wilder and see, I don't know. Would you really want to see Wilder and Derek Chisora? Me per se, would rather see Wilder and Dylan White. However, I think the December show, they could possibly make it a heavyweight clash. You could have Bacoli and White, yeah, Derek Chisora and Wilder.
Ooh, that would be, you could call it the heavyweight showdown. Ooh,
yeah,
you know what I mean. You could actually do a madness, man. Obviously, Raz saying, "Want a trip of a lifetime to Kinshasa." But what fight would be suitable for Rumble in the Jungle too? Because we've said this a few times, spoken about it. Ra, let me answer your question. And look, we've said it on the group a few times. Martin Bacoli versus AJ, Rumble in the Jungle 2 back home in our country, man. Let's have it.
Do you know, it sounds good, as much as it sounds good, yeah, but it will most probably, I don't know, because I'm just thinking of, would AJ want to go and fight in Congo, or wouldn't he want to fight in Nigeria?
Come to Congo where Muhammad Ali made history. So as a fighter, you would want to make history in the same place that your legend made history as well. So why not, man? Why not? And obviously, neutral saying Bacoli versus Ngannou. It's a big payday for Bacoli. Then I would obviously agree.
But the thing is,
but AJ don't want it. That's what Raz saying. I think it's the same, man.
Ngannou, I think for now he should just stick to PFL. If he wants to do boxing, he can, but he's had his big payday fights now. Do you know what I mean? He just stick to PFL. But like I'm saying, if I was a matchmaker, I will make this December one a heavyweight clash. I will also put in the ring Joe Joyce vs Ben Miller.
No, cuz I'm just reading this comment here. Big up to Rise, obviously saying Kinshasa is a better destination on the banks of the mighty Congo River. Oh my days, I'm absolutely love it. I'm putting on my African shows. Yes, bro, loving the energy, man. Loving the energy, cuz man. African shoes on. Oh, you meant shoes. I thought you said African shows. Nah, regardless, would have loved it. But yeah, I think heavyweight showdown sounds like a good event. They could put all the heavyweights, do like a King of the Ring. I would absolutely love that, man.
Because once it's all said and done, once whatever the outcome comes, whatever the outcome is, I don't know if it's a win from Usyk. But hold on,
it will.
Usyk said that he's open to fight AJ, a trilogy. He said AJ has made him rich and famous. So he's happy to fight AJ for the third time because he knows the money will be even bigger. Because him fighting AJ once, so him fighting AJ twice, pretty much changed his life financially. Do you know what I mean? So it's open for a trilogy. But I know I'm an AJ fan, but I think the trilogy it won't go Usyk's way. That's just what I'm saying. But he's open. But the question
What?
is, would we all?
Wait, cuz I gotta hear that again. So you're saying a
Mm.
man that's 2-0 down,
Yeah,
you're
of course,
saying in the third fight
of course,
you're favoring
of
the man
course, of
lost twice
course.
convincingly. He lost.
Underdog, underdog. Listen, underdog. The same way Bacoli was getting into that Gerard Anderson fight as an underdog, he won. I bet.
Yeah,
You know.
but we're going on the basis of we've seen the fight
Of
happen
course.
twice and in
Yeah,
two
yeah,
different occasions, one in London,
yeah.
one in
And one in
Saudi Arabia.
Saudi. Yeah,
It was,
100%.
I'm just going
100.
from a Usyk fan perspective.
Mm.
I want to see Usyk fighting AJ again. I've seen
But
him beat the man
he's
twice.
willing. He's willing because he knows that money will be serious. So he's open for a trilogy.
I
That's
think it'd
if
be
AJ
nice.
gets past a Triple D. Because
I think
Usyk, the way Usyk's talking, yeah, he's already beating Fury. The way he sees it, like he's gonna beat Fury again. Do you know what I mean? So he's open for a trilogy. I mean, look, he's more open for a trilogy because he knows. Okay, let's just say if Triple D beats AJ, him fighting Triple D the second time, the money won't really be that great because these guys are now prize fighters. You know, it's all about the Benjamin. Sorry, it's all about the money.
hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, man, look, the comments are going crazy. So Usyk's open if he gets paid 200, which makes sense. I definitely agree. Usyk deserves that. Let's see how AJ looks against Triple D first. AJ hasn't beaten any top heavyweight since losing to Usyk. 100% agree. Usyk's age and wear until maybe catching up is true. And I'm the underdog king, but that's a fight. I give AJ much hope of reversing in the first two fights. Yeah,
Thank you, neutral.
yeah, no, it's fair because obviously you guys are AJ fans, man, and
Mm.
respectfully, you're gonna, want him to get his get back, man. But from a U6 fan perspective, man, I don't want to see him fight AJ twice, man. I've seen that outcome 2 times. I've seen it live from Spurs' ground, and I've seen it live on TV. When he was in Saudi Arabia, man. That's not the fight that I want to see, man. I think he outboxes him again. That style is just not the one for him, man. But let's see what happens. They both got their fights coming up, and they obviously both need to get through their fights because their fights arguably can be banana peel skins or whatever you call it.
Banana
Just
skin. Banana skin.
banana skins. Yeah, man. I don't even know the analogy like that, but you know what I mean. You
Yeah.
know exactly what I mean. So it could be tough fights for both of them, especially Usyk because he's going to fight Fury after
Mm.
his first loss. So
Mm.
he could be hungry to get back as well, man. So
Mm.
this makes it a little bit more interesting, of course, man. Yeah, man. So yeah, cuz just a quick one anyway. Obviously, we're talking about a few things that happened.
Mm.
I know you probably didn't watch the event, but we'll just touch on what's going to happen as well. So it was obviously Ortiz's fight yesterday. He
Yes.
obviously got the win. Some argue the win was a bit debatable, but regardless, we saw Oscar De La Hoya. He obviously spoke to His Excellency about making the fight with Crawford, of course. Let me just get your thoughts, cuz Virgil Ortiz Jr. versus Crawford. Is
Mm.
that a fight that you would like to see next?
Do you know what? Honestly, I wanted to see the Canelo fight, but obviously, again, that's not going to happen now. Well, for now, anyway.
Mm,
Man, I don't mind. Why not? Why not? Do you know what I mean? Why not? Um, could Crawford unify the division? Possibly, possibly. I'm not going to say it's a definite yes because obviously there are some tough opponents in that division. You know,
mm,
just judging on his last performance, but just going by his last performance, remember he's moved up, and plus he's been inactive for over a year. So if he gets another fight in, then we can probably judge and see where Crawford's at really. Because me per se, I would love to see Crawford fight Charlo. I just want to see Crawford and Charlo. I don't know why. And also Errol Spence, the rematch. It could possibly be different. Do you know what I mean? Because it's at 154 now. This ain't 147. So yeah, it's an interesting one. Even Tim Tszyu, it's I mean, obviously, I understand why Oscar De La Hoya wants that fight next. It's money, innit? He's gonna be eating from that. But the question is, would the fans want to see that next?
Yeah, of course. So before we just obviously dissect that, Neutral's obviously made a good point here in terms of list of boxers never doing business with His Excellency Inoue, Tank, Canelo, Zoo, and it's counting as well. Cause like just let's quickly just brush up on that, cause in
Mm.
terms of His Excellency, certain fighters not needing him. Do you think what he's doing is a good thing for boxing, or do you think the separation, having these different promoters and entities, still kind of makes the boxing world or the boxing industry a little bit interesting because there's still parties that don't need to be, in one
I
umbrella
think
list.
it's a good thing that what Turkey's doing. I mean, he's making these fights happen because before, without Turkey, all of these promoters, like for example, Queensberry and Matchroom, they would never work with each other. Do you know what I mean? Never. But now the simple fact that they're working with Turkey, it's just like we can make these fights happen. Now, the only people I can see that don't want to work with Turkey is the likes of PBC, you know, and obviously with Canelo, because Crawford made a point, yeah, where he said it's funny how Canelo is trying to outprice himself because if Crawford's an easy fight, surely he should just take what they're giving him, right? Because it's an easy fight. No?
I disagree, cuz man.
Yeah.
I think that Canelo has every right to, put across a price that. Remember, Canelo's not the one calling for Crawford. Crawford is calling for Canelo. So he's saying, look, if you want me, or if you and His Excellency want me, give me the money, and I'll go in the ring and I'll fight you guys. No
But
problem.
I hear you, but listen, Canelo, look, they've offered him more money than what he was originally going to fight Benavides for. Do you know what I mean? Like Benavides, I think he offered Benavides, I think it was 3 million. I can't remember. But my point is, yeah, Crawford, they've offered him. I don't know how much it was. Obviously he's saying 150, but
Mm,
what Crawford's saying is like, look, remember he's 168. I'm currently 154.
mm.
Surely, I'm an easy opponent. Why would he outprice himself? I get it, he's the face of boxing, but come on, surely, like it will be an easy fight. Do you know what I mean? It'll be look, Canelo already said, all of these events, right? He takes 80%.
Yeah, cuz and look, Abbas, and big up to Abbas here, man. Obviously, massive Canelo fan like myself. He's obviously saying, just remember, no matter who fights alongside Turkey, Canelo is the main man of the sport. He doesn't need them all. He's just enjoying his final part of his career, which I agree. That's why it's nothing to do with. Yes, he's saying it's an easy fight, but he's saying at the same time, just pay me if you want me. Because remember, these
Mm.
guys are calling for Canelo. Canelo's not gone out in the news and he's not been calling for anyone. He's the golden goose. He's gonna get called out by everyone. So naturally, he's saying, look, if you want me to fight so and so, this is my asking price. If not, I'll carry on doing what I'm doing. And what he's doing, he's calm. It doesn't matter if it's like if the money that they've offered is more, but he's got his asking price at the end of the day. It's like we're talking about football, for example. Let's
Mm.
say one of the biggest players in the world, let's say Mbappe, for example, he's just gone to Madrid. Let's say another club wants to buy him. Madrid are saying, look, 100 million, but another club is bidding, maybe a lot less. You got to come in with the asking price before we could listen and go into negotiation because that's the asking price at the end of the day. So obviously, Raz saying we don't know what Turkey has offered anyone. My
Mm.
guess it isn't proportional to what these nobodies are getting paid, which is true. and that's it, Abbas. And Tank and Nue didn't ask for him either as well, which is true.
Yeah. No, don't get me wrong. I hear you. I mean, some would say it's a sign of fear. You know, that's why it's out bidding himself because he
What?
knows that they're not going to pay
Come
him
on,
that.
cuz.
No,
He's
no,
been in the ring. I'm just saying, I've got to back him up, man. Because if people are saying he's not nothing to do with fear, cuz he's been in the ring with, heavy hitters. He's gone up to 175. Like, if the fact that the man's gone up to 175 and he's got a smaller man coming up to wanting to fight him, come on, cuz he's not scared of anyone, man. He just wants to get the money that he deserves. He's putting out 150 million, which is less than Benavidez, because he's not asking for 200. He's saying 150. Give me that. If not, I'll just continue to do what I need to do. Do you know what I mean? Even Abbas is saying there's zero fear in Canelo. Basically, all Ryder season cards are losing money. The stars who have rejected their advances are few that actually make money, which is very, very true. Cause like these are some big points, man, from the lads as well. And Turkey wants to buy up pay-per-view stars to absorb it into his league system, and he decides who is the A side. Look, which is I 100% agree. He's trying to monopolize the sport so that everything is under his umbrella, and he kind of wants to be not a boxer being the face of boxing. He wants to be the face of boxing, as in he's the man that makes everything happen. He's loving what he's been able to do. Got inducted into the honorary Hall of Fame as well. So I think he's probably the person that's done that in the quickest time. He's not been in the sport long, man, but he's made tremendous moves. So we got to give him credit for what he's done in the sport, man. But he can't. I think it's like what's the word? It's like a spoiled child always getting everything that they want.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And he can't get what he wants this time. And, he's getting a little bit, angry, man, which is fair to him, man. But big up to him.
Do you think Belanga's got a chance with Canelo? I don't think so, all due respect to Belanga, but I don't see anything there. I think deep down, even Eddie Hearn knows himself. I just think it's just all talks. Don't get me wrong, he's getting paid, but I don't really see anything.
Oh, so you're talking about Canelo El Presidente de la Mexico versus Belanga, Puerto Rico versus Mexico. Cuz I think regardless, I think the occasion is, an exciting one. I know obviously UFC is happening in the sphere and it's gonna, create a bit of an issue there. But I think because it's building up to be a war between Mexico and Puerto Rico, I think it should do numbers, man. I don't think it would affect what Canelo normally does, because he obviously sticks to his Mexican Independence Day and Cinco de Mayo. Those are Canelo's days, man. So yeah, definitely 100%. I think it's going to be a good fight, and Canelo, I think he stops him late, but it won't be
round.
No, late. I would say in between the championship rounds. So just before the championship rounds, I would say he stops him. So
I'm going 8th. Canelo said he's going to give him a beating. It's not going to go past 8th round. This is a one-sided fight.
it is pretty much. Yeah, it is, but because of the occasion and because Belanga's raw, he's hungry. He might present things to the table that Canelo hasn't faced before in a while, maybe. So he could make it a bit tricky for him at the beginning, but I reckon eventually, Canelo, through his experience, having 60-odd fights, having winning multiple world championships in across different divisions, I think he's gonna eventually get the job done, but stops him late. Of course, Eddie knows, but you can't turn down the chance. The reason why Eddie talks about Belanga starting fights and nothing afterwards, which is true. Raz obviously saying at this rate, the Saudi king will lose his patience. Raz just on a savage at the moment, man. Preach. Yeah, Raz on the savage right now, turning into a clown, wanting to be a celebrity in this. Yeah, Raw is on a savage thing right now, man. But no, big up, man. Big up regardless. Everyone gets their points, everyone gets their views. And yeah, I think generally it's gonna be a good fight. It's gonna
Mm,
be a good occasion, but Canelo should stop him late. Guys, you let us know what round. Do you think
eight,
the eighth round? Is it the ninth round? Is it the 10th round? Like, guys, just let us know. How many knockdowns?
three.
You reckon three knockdowns or all from Canelo? You reckon?
Yeah, yeah.
You don't think Belanga's gonna drop him at least one time or something? You
You
never
know
know.
what? I'm just going by look. Belanga, yeah, he's hungry. Canelo, with the experience and with who he's fought and his resume compared to Belanga, I don't know.
Mm.
I just think Canelo is gonna, start slow, but
Mm.
gonna control the fight.
Ooh, no, definitely. Big up to Thunder Road as well. Loving the energy, bro. He's obviously saying Belanga's there to make the numbers and to get the biggest payday, which is fair. It's a fair point, of course. And Mr. Neutral is saying Belanga naturally bigger. His power may cause a problem for Canelo. Belanga, the only one of his opponents who have not respected him, Mungia Ryder, for example, which is a fair point here as well. Belanga is pretty big, but Canelo's not afraid of no one, man. I think he's the fact that we've seen him, move up to 175, and he's chasing greatness. He tried to obviously beat Bivol. He beat Kovalev, during that time when he was at 175 becoming champion. So, has anyone even dropped Canelo? It won't be Belanga guarantee. This is a point as well, cuz
Yeah.
Canelo does not get dropped as well, cuz as well, man. You got to give
Mhm.
Canelo a lot of credit for not only, taking these fights back to back, but he's also, you know, not being chinned himself. He's not being knocked out. Like, yeah, Canelo's just El Presidente for me, man. That's why, for me, he can do and ask for whatever he likes. You know why? Because he's El Presidente of boxing, the face of boxing. He is, cuz he is. We have to keep it real. And the fact that now he's talking English as well, that he's speaking English,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and even global star as well, man. So we gotta give him credit, of course, man. He's just him and Turkey obviously going back and forth as well. There were, a few things that were being said, of course, Kazman. But yeah, what did you think about them two kind of going back and forth as well, man? Like,
I think because he said no to Turkey, I think he kind of felt offended, where he started saying, you know, you're pretty much fighting along the line. You're fighting nobody. I mean, obviously rejected. You didn't want to fight a serious guy like what's his name? What's his name? Keep talking about him. Not Bivol. Benavides. Not Benavides. What's his name? What's his name again? My mind's gone blank.
who?
Canelo was supposed to fight the monster. What's his name?
Yeah, David Benavidez, El
That's it, Benavides. Yeah, yeah. So
Monstro.
Turkey Al-Sheikh is saying like you're fighting a nobody. Also, you're ducking the likes of Benavides, etc. And again, you don't want to. I'm giving you an opportunity to fight Crawford. Pay. I don't know how much he presented, so I don't know. I can't really say. It could have been a small amount. I don't know, but I just think he found it offensive, where he feels like he's coming into the sport trying to fix the sport. Well, not fix the sport, but make these fights happen. And yeah. So Canelo said what he wanted to. Canelo said what he needed to say. So if Turk is a man of his word, then off from the 150, then hey, we may see this fight. We may or we may not. But either way, it is what it is.
Yeah, because like we already know what needs to happen. Just pay the man what he wants, and you fans will get the fight. That's
Mm,
why he holds the power in his hands. Like, as much as you know, he might don't want to do it for maybe ego purposes, but at the end of the day, these guys that he wants, they're global stars. Tank, Canelo. These are, if you are able to, get an agreement with these guys to
mm.
do to get involved in the rider season projects, cause you're gonna be laughing because you're pretty much taking over majority of the sport if you're getting those people involved.
I have a question to ask you and the boxing community.
Hmm.
Once it's all said and done for Canelo, once he retires, who will be the next face of boxing? That's a serious question.
What when Canelo retires?
Yeah.
Only one name, man. Javonta Tank Davis, man. Once Canelo's gone, it's gonna have to be Tank, man. That's gonna be taking over the sport, man. Just for me, it's just because of the way his fights are really exciting. He's a pay-per-view star as well. He's shown that, even without Turkey, that he's able to generate money, create noise for fights, and generally speaking as well, because he's a full package. Because now, when you watch his fights for casuals, they probably look at him and think, yeah, when he wins, he's gonna do the backflip. And some people like myself, I'm looking forward for him when he knocks out a guy, runs the corner, busts his backflip, and that's his signature move. And I just like the energy Tank brings, man, because he's one of the only guys in the sport right now that has the equalizer to end fights, man. So we just obviously need to see him in more competitive fights now. Obviously, we're hoping in the near future that we could obviously see these two kings, go head to head, because obviously they're both champions in their own right. You've got the WBC champion, which is Shakur Stevenson, and then you've got obviously the WBA champion, which is Tank Davis as well, man. So we need to see that unification happen at some point. And they're two of the most exciting names in boxing in terms of their talent, man. So we need to see that. But it looks like Shakur and Zepeda is the fight that potentially is going to happen next as well. So yeah, that's my answer. But guys, tell me, who's your thoughts? There's too many fighters in the sport that are yeah, which is true. No, it's fair. It's fair. All balls, no personalities that appear outside of their community. Ooh, okay. There is no face. There is no face. Okay. Neutrals obviously saying Canelo will earn 65 million for Berlanga for Crawford or Benavides fight. That figure trebles, which is true. It does. It does. And with the Saudi involvement, wouldn't be surprised if boxing becomes even more of a niche of a which is true. Which is true. I do agree with Raw, 100%. Yeah. But yeah, cuz who is, before we obviously wrap up, who would you say will be the face of boxing after Canelo retires?
Do you know what? I was gonna probably say Usyk.
Oh yes, why have I not
And the
seen?
reason why I say Usyk is because just look, it's been over 20 years since we last had an undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. And bear in mind, this man was cruiserweight. We knew about him, but we knew Usyk was skillful, whatnot. But to do what he's done, to come up in the heavyweight and beat everyone in the heavyweight division and become the undisputed champion, it's just like, wow. It's like this is another what? Evander Holyfield.
Yeah, that's the thing, and yeah, it's actually a disrespect for myself, man, that I've not actually said him, but everyone knows I'm a massive fan of his and his story. Just, I think when you think about him being born on the same day as Muhammad Ali cuz as well, that's what kind of gives him a little bit of an edge. He's been able to, become undisputed at cruiserweight, then move up, like you mentioned, become undisputed. Then, he's beaten Fury for the first time. Having that back to back with him, he's beaten AJ twice. I don't know what else a man needs to do. Gold medalist at the Olympics as well. Like he done it here in London. World championship winner. Amateur level as well. So he's done it all in the sport, cuz man. So yeah, he's definitely a Hall of Famer already. And look, I mean, Khalif, if she turns pro, Ryan Garcia, face of boxing. Usyk, if he was 10 years younger on his final run, which is true. And they're also doing professional fighting wrestling too. That you're doing a lot, man. These lot are doing a lot. There's no greater seller than a villain, which we 100% agree on. She's the most talked about athlete on the planet right now. Definitely agree. She is. And congratulations to her. She obviously won the gold medal. You know, you saw the press that she was getting, you know, throughout the weeks, man. But you know, she ended up getting the job done and you know, producing the result, man. So it all started initially from this first fight, you know, with the Italian. You can argue the maddest thing is though, cause is I think psychologically with what's going on out there, it kind of got her opponent scared in a way because she's been beaten. She has been beaten. Like before the Olympics, she was beaten a few times. You know, her record doesn't doesn't put her as a power puncher, but you know, it is what it is. And no, big up to Amin. She obviously done the job. Ooh, look, Amin versus Clarissa Shields. Is she big? The first lady of iBoxingHub, Aisha, must be busy today. No cameo appearance. Yeah, no, Aisha's gonna be back with her show on Monday, which is obviously Green Diamond Boxing. So make sure you're tuned into that. And yeah, cuz we're obviously coming up to the end of the show. Big up to the community. Thank you so much for tuning in. We obviously love the energy. We do these shows just for you, so you can have a voice, but then also we put out content that will allow you to have access into the boxing world through our content as well. So big up to you, big up to the people, because obviously this is the schedule for the week. So obviously Monday's Green Diamond Boxing. Tuesday we obviously have Stay Weighed In show featuring Abbas and Ray, and we also have, you know, Across the Way from the US to the UK featuring $1 Bill, aka the commissioner, and obviously Rico as well. Rico. We also have the roundups on Wednesday, you know, with myself and you. Thursday we've got Arana Hour featuring Rico and Ra. Big up to Ra on the chat right now. And Fridays we've obviously got Neutral's Hard Talk, which is obviously tremendous. And we also have the crossover as well. So we're going to be covering, you know, stuff from the influencer scene. Saturdays, watch-alongs. So like I always say, if there's any specific watch-alongs you want us to do, drop us a DM in our socials. Just go in the description and we're more than happy to, you know, respond to any interesting watch-along requests. And then on Sunday, we've obviously got the roundup back with us, man. So cuz that's obviously all the shout outs, of course. Big up to the community. Make sure you're taking advantage of D-Rock's discount code, which is iBoxingHub24, so you can get 40% off everything. So guys, cuz let me hand it over to yourself, of course, but yeah, big up to you in the community.
Thank you again. Keep supporting. We shall see you next week. Have a lovely, productive week. Peace and love.
Peace and love to the people.
It's another band. All the Muslim cars now, whichever hit